know they hate my black skin.
Ride around the block in the drop top coupe, rolling past in the cop
You know
stop.
they hate my black skin.
Black rims, black Tim, yeah they did it again.
You know they hate my black skin.
They ain't never gon' make it, so you know they gon' do it again.
You know they hate my black skin.
Black rims, black Tim, yeah they did it again.
You know they hate my black skin.
Ride around the block in the drop top coupe, rolling past in the cop
You know
stop.
they hate my black skin.
Black rims, black Tim, yeah they did it again.
You know they hate my black skin.
They ain't never gon' make it, so you know they gon' do it again.
You know they hate my black skin.
So first off, why don't you tell the people who you are?
Peace. My name is Donnie K-Born Rivers. I'm the founder of a non-profit organization called MahagonyB.
I was looking at your social media account and I noticed, you're speaking on, some of the things going on today as far as like crime. But you made a statement about black on black crime. And so I wanted to get insight on what you feel about that whole narrative.
It's like our parents taught us the strength of blackness and the strength how we supposed to be brothers and sisters and how we supposed to be each one teach one. And then we had a whole era which people was actually adapting to it. And that's when when KRS-One of them came out with the Stop the Violence, and you seen like a lot of the 90 rappers, a lot of people was conscious and respected each other as black people. And then it just came an era where like right now where it don't count. It's like anybody could get it.
Have you ever heard anyone say such a thing as white on white crime?
No, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know that it happens, but it's not brought out. It's not glorified. If two black people was to get in an altercation right now, you got 50 people coming over here that's our own black people, but only 1 or 2 people is coming over here to help us. So everybody else is coming over here to see one of us win, one of us lose.
So you feel like the reason that the black on black crime narrative exists is because black people feed it and white people do not feed white on white crime, or that narrative does it not even exist?
I mean, it exists. All crime exists.
You're talking about the narrative though.
It's the whole thing that they not promoting it. You know, 2 white people start arguing, everybody start moving out the way, then hey, they trying to squash the situation. Sometimes it may elevate into that situation where everybody else is leaving. It's like we come outside to feed on and look for one of us to hurt each other.
We do know that black on black crime happens.
Yes.
And as you acknowledge, white on white crime also happens. So where did the narrative come from though? Because I don't hear people say white on white crime. You acknowledge the fact that white on white crime exists, but you don't hear that narrative either.
The numbers is what's really drawing attention to make them come up with that
I don't want to go too deep into the numbers just because I don't have factual numbers to deal with, right? And I don't really ride on statistics much because they're created as well. Let me ask you this. Could the possibility of the amount of black on black crime, could that be just because we are segregated and so certain people live around certain people, and since you are around these people constantly, then anytime there's high emotion, high activity, then obviously that's the people who are going to get the response?
I kind of thought that too, until I started traveling and I started really seeing the reality of it. And I lived in Washington, D.C., and I lived in Baltimore, I lived in Texas, I lived in South Carolina, I lived in North Carolina, and I really seen that, this is reality. We promoting it because if you look at the rap videos, you listen to the rap songs, you watch the movies, these white kids ain't getting plucked off on the streets like this. Like 10 little white kids get killed out here. You don't know about it.
You're talking about white people being killed by black people or people of color.
No.
That's when it's publicized.
Yeah.
They're not publicizing white people killing white people.
Yeah.
That's my point. So my point is there's a narrative being put out there via news outlets, via, like you said, people who keep their camera on what's going on in their neighborhoods. Yes, if black people are in their neighborhoods, they're usually around black people. So if they're colliding with black people. So if they're having interaction, they're having it with someone of their own, right? So when you start seeing massive videos, massive news outlets that is pushing this agenda, it doesn't mean that it's not happening over there, and it doesn't mean that it's not happening equally or even more.
So I'm black. So I'm more concerned with black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned with everybody, but I'm more concerned with trying to help my people.
You dealing with your community, which is understood. I'm dealing. That's why I'm having this conversation, because I feel the narrative that is being given, it wasn't our narrative to begin with. It was created for us, and we're promoting a unfavorable narrative of ourselves. And so I think it's important to have this discussion. But also, I heard a discussion recently about cancel culture, and is it slanted in regard to who is being held responsible within cancel culture? Are we only holding black people responsible, or are we holding white people responsible as well?
It just happened to Kevin Hart, like I just said. You know, when they said that, he said something about gay people 10 years ago. But then when you really want to look at it, what comedian didn't say something about gay people 10 years ago? What comedian didn't say something about retarded people said 10 years ago? Or 20 years ago? Or said something about the black people, said something about the white crowd, and the white crowd said about, but that's what it was. It was part of that culture. But now people is digging into the bag and they pulling that back up. That's all called justification to somebody trying to hold you back. But the majority happens to more blacks than it happens to white.
All right, so with that being said, do you think that the reason that cancel culture focuses on most minority is because we are trying to hold each other accountable for growth, or is it just a fad?
I think that one is a fad, but I also think that it's another thing that we got to keep it gravy within ourselves. And we got to hold each other down and hold ourselves down in order for others to respect who we are, respect our culture, respect what we're trying to do. We got to know who we are as a people in order to want to help each other, in order to want to get out of that and take a lot of stereotypes out. But as long as we stand here and promote and call each other a bunch of, oh, this dude is this, and he's a Haitian, and F this Dominican, and F that, that's your brother, man.
I agree.
We got to know who we
saying
are.
Exactly what I wanted you to say, because that's my point. That's my point.
That's your brother,
my point
but we
is,
got to know that. That's what I'm saying.
There's levels to this shit, right? There's levels to it. So when you start talking about getting rid of all of those misconceptions, now you're talking about getting rid of the misconception of black on black crime. There's crime.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we got to know who we are.
But also,
if
we're conscious, we can't be living within stereotypes. We got to deal with things as they actually are. And so what I'm saying is, when you conscious, first off, once you're conscious, it's not even a black or white issue.
That's right.
You know, it's a my people versus everybody else thing. And my people aren't just black people.
That's right.
My people are people who are aligned with me. People who are doing the things I do, who have the same principles.
And they don't come in colors.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Principles, period. If we have the same goals, the same morale, the same principles, and we walking in that space, those are my people. There's a lot of black people that are not my people. So when you start talking about conscience, then that the whole black and white thing wouldn't even be a conversation.
We just got to start doing a lot, man. We got to start teaching the youth. We got to start holding our youth accountable. That's a lot. That's
we got to start holding ourselves accountable so that the youth can respect our word.
That's one.
I absolutely love this conversation. We can go on with this forever because this is definitely a conversation that has so many layers to it.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate you taking the time out.
I appreciate you too,
and coming here and talking to me. We gotta do this again.
Yeah, I gotta say one more thing too. And look, we met one day, many moons ago. A good brother of mine, Habib, rest in peace. And Habib, anybody else Habib introduced me to it, ain't it? He said, yo, listen. He said, bro, I want you to meet her, man. He introduced me to Mahagony, and we met that day. And she was going through a little problem with the pops that just passed. And she was going through a little thing. I said, when you get a little bit of time, we gonna build. And she said, I don't really build with too many people. I said, all right, sister, you know what I'm saying? She said, so it ain't no guaranteed I'm gonna build with you. But, we've seen each other, and it's been like 10 years now, a little more. And it's a blessing, man, a little more than that, right? And it's a blessing. Look, that's right, almost 15 years, you know what I'm saying? And we travel, we building, we both of us elevating, and we trying to help our people, man. I'm proud of you too, man. I'm very proud of you, man.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank
right,
you.
love.
I appreciate you.
Anytime you need me, all you gotta do is hit me up.
Yes, yes, yes.